And I look for colleagues to join with me in introducing a bill to outlaw cryptocurrency.
Yeah, good luck with that.
The Hamas website provides detailed instructions on how you can send that terrorist organization cryptocurrency.
Well, so do a lot of other organizations. A lot of charities take cryptocurrency. Hey, do you think the people in Hamas eat bread? Should we ban bread just because Hamas uses it?
If you look at the advertising for the boosterism of cryptocurrency, it reads like something between libertarianism and anarchism.
He says this like it's a bad thing, and that should tell you everything you need to know about Brad Sherman.
Don't let anybody know what you're doing, especially the government.
Oh, we want private lives. We want to do things without government nosing in on every little detail. How horrible. Why, the next thing you know, these people will be championing the Fourth Amendment, and we can't have that now, can we? Sherman, you swore an oath to defend the Constitution, and here you are saying outright that you want to destroy some of the fundamental protections it offers.
Here's how it's secure and secret. Here's how it can meet your needs if you're a tax evader, a drug dealer, or a terrorist.
Hey, you know what currency drug dealers, tax evaders, and terrorists worldwide use the most? It's the U.S. dollar. Funny how he didn't point that out.
It can be used for a legitimate purpose.
Well, okay, there you go. If it can be used for a legitimate purpose, you have no business banning it.
But the fact is that the advantage it has over traditional mechanisms is singularly a benefit for those who wish to commit crime.
So you're basically admitting that cryptocurrency works better than your broken fiat system. It works better for criminals because it works better for all of us. Just like better cars work better for criminals escaping crime scenes. But you're not talking about banning cars. And in case you're thinking I'm putting words into his mouth by saying he's admitted the system is broken or that most of them are still using dollars, here's what he said immediately before launching into this tirade about cryptos.
We've had a tremendous amount of inflation, so it's really a much smaller amount of value. And so what used to be a maximum level of currency that only a drug dealer would touch is now almost in general circulation. The efforts to control illicit, or at least make more difficult illicit finance in cash have been ratcheted down because the value of the largest bill has declined and the value of the largest amount of money in cash you can deposit while triggering a report has declined.
So he's admitted both that the dollar is inflationary and keeps losing its value, and that it's widely used for illicit purposes. And then he turned right around and made these very same reasons a justification to ban cryptocurrency.
An awful lot of our international power comes from the fact that the dollar is the standard unit of international finance and transactions. Clearing through the New York Fed is critical for major oil and other transactions.
Yes, this guy wants to restrict peaceful activities that you engage in so that he and his cronies can keep their power. He just said it directly. He's lying, and he knows it.
And it is the announced purpose of the supporters of cryptocurrency to take that power away from us.
Well, boo-hoo-hoo! Now you know that Democrats are just shoveling it when they talk about giving power to the people. The last thing they want is we the people having power over our own economic lives.
To put us in a position where the most significant sanctions we have on Iran, for example, would become irrelevant.
Which would be a good thing. History has shown over and over again that sanctions do not harm foreign powers. They didn't harm Saddam Hussein. They didn't harm Fidel Castro. But they do harm the people. The Iraq sanctions alone are responsible for the deaths of 500,000 Iraqi children, which Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, another Democrat, said was worth it. Don't believe me? Look it up yourself. She said it on 60 Minutes on May 12, 1996. He's wanting to do the same thing in Iran. By the way, just because I'm pointing out that these are Democrats doesn't mean I think Republicans are any better. But Republicans make no bones about what they want. Democrats want exactly the same thing, but they keep pretending to be for the people. They aren't.
The purposes of cryptocurrency, the advantage it has over sovereign currency is solely to aid in the disempowerment of the United States and the rule of law.
No, it's the disempowerment of the United States and the empowerment of the rule of law. Because the rule of law is what the United States has been violating for over a century. The rule of law is there so that people can engage in peaceful interactions unmolested by criminals or the government. What we have today is not the rule of law, but the rule of men, where you can just put down whatever scribbles on paper you want and call it the law and back it up with force. Well, we're countering that, and we're not countering it with force, we're countering it with math. You can point all the guns you want at 2 + 2. It's still stubbornly going to equal 4. And that will never change no matter how many tantrums politicians like you throw. Hey, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe and keep these videos coming by donating, becoming a subscriber and getting special benefits, or even for free with airtime. And check out all the great content here, like this video selected just for you.